Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the Commentary Hub's coverage of this afternoon's Premier League game between Watford and Arsenal. My name is Anthony Thomas, and I will be taking you through today's action from Vicarage Road in Hertfordshire. So, Watford have made two changes from the team that drew 0-0 with Manchester United last time out. Jeremy Ngakia and Joshua King dropped to the bench. They're replaced by Cucho Hernandez and the returning Kiko Femenia. He'd missed the last two with illness. And meanwhile, Arsenal are unchanged. They keep the same team that beat Wolverhampton Wanderers 2-1 on the 24th of February. So the full lineups then for Watford: in goal, Ben Foster. Then back four of Femenia, Craig Cathcart, Samir and Hassan Kamara. Midfield three of Musa Sissoko, Imran Louza and Tom Cleverley. And the front three of Hernandez, Emmanuel Dennis and João Pedro. For Arsenal, Aaron Ramsdale's in goal. Back four, unchanged: Cedric Suarez, Ben White, Gabriel and Kieran Tierney. Then three in midfield are Martin Odegaard, Thomas Partey and Granit Xhaka. Wings are Bukayo Saka and Gabriel Martinelli. And the centre forward is Alexander Lacazette. The teams have already emerged from the tunnel, and in fact we are underway. Craig Pawson has blown his whistle. We are underway in today's game. Watford attacking from right to left, and immediately Watford are on the attack, and they've scored. Emmanuel Dennis, in the opening seconds of the game, has put Watford in front. Or has he? I think we're going to have to bring this one back for offsides. No, just having a look at the first replay now, and yeah, he is about a yard offside. I thought we were going to have one of the fastest goals in Premier League history there. I was so caught out. My TV pictures I did not get to see any of the build up to the match, so I was a bit unprepared for kickoff, I must say. But we did not have one of the fastest goals ever in Premier League history. And in fact, it is still 0-0. Watford 0, Arsenal 0. So the substitutes: Messina, Adam Messina, Ken Sema, Daniel Bachmann, Christian Kabasele, Edo Kayembe, Oganekaro Etebo, Samuel Kalu, and Francisco Sierralta for Watford. For Arsenal, they've kept the squad completely unchanged. Bernd Leno, Rob Holding, Nicola Pepe, Nuno Tavares, Albert Sambi Lokonga, Mohamed El Neni, Eddie Nketiah, Zach Swanson, Amari Ijiro Hutchinson are all on the bench. And in fact, one player does return: Emil Smith-Rowe. He is on the bench. So Watford are in their usual home kit. Arsenal are in a red and white home shirt as usual, but they're in their fairly unfamiliar red shorts and socks, and they are attacking now. Kieran Tierney's ball is cut out by Femenia. Ben White almost caught out on the halfway line by Dennis. Watford regroup now on the halfway line, but they're all a bit scrappy at the moment. Thomas Partey now recovers the ball for Arsenal, and he goes out the wing to Bukayo Saka. Saka up against Kamara. And now Martin Odegaard. It's Thomas Partey. This time Thomas Partey switches to the other wing where he'll find Tierney. Cross comes in now. Cut away. Cut out by Imran Loser. It's back out to Tierney now. Watford managed to clear their lines, and Aaron Ramsdale gets his first meaningful touch of the game. Thomas Partey again tries to find the wing, but this one is overhit to Saka, and it's going to go, I think, all the way out for a goal kick. No, in fact, it's kept in play. Another ball played infield to Ben Foster, who knocks it long. Lacazette tussling with Sissoko in the middle of the park. He gets the better of the former Tottenham man. Kieran Tierney tussling with Tom Cleverley. And the Arsenal man wins a throw-in, which he plays in field to Thomas Partey. So a couple of minutes gone. Watford 0, Arsenal 0 here at Vicarage Road. So one mistake I made. Emil Smith-Rowe is not returned to the bench. He is still out with illness. So, which means that Arsenal are completely unchanged. And here they come now on the attack. Here comes Bukayo Saka. He plays it infield to Martin Odegaard. Martin Odegaard with the shot, and that is 1-0. Martin Odegaard puts Arsenal in front. What a lively start to this game we've had. Bukayo Saka found space on the right wing. He cut inside into the area, played the ball square to Odegaard in the more central position. He had time to get the ball under control and find the bottom left-hand corner. Beautiful link-up play by Odegaard. He turned inside and found Saka. Then Saka returned the favour. It was Suarez, Saka and Odegaard all combined very well to get the better of the Watford defence. And once Odegaard got the ball back under control, he rolled it nicely past Ben Foster. And it's a wonderful start for Mikel Arteta's team. They're looking for their 4th straight Premier League win. And that's the best start they could have hoped for. Watford have looked much more secure defensively under Roy Hodgson. In his 6 games in charge, they've managed to keep 3 clean sheets. But they only held out until the 5th minute today. Odegaard with his 5th, no, I should say, yes, I was right, his 5th goal of the season. He had a real purple patch back in December. He scored 3 of his 4 Premier League goals in December. And it's his first one since then. 1-0 to the Arsenal, ringing out around Vicarage Road, or at least from the away section. Now, I mentioned Watford's good, their good defensive record under Hodgson, but problem is they haven't scored many goals. They've just scored 2 in Hodgson's 6 outings so far. So if they're going to pick up any points today, they're going to have to improve their scoring run. They thought they'd done it after just a few seconds, but Emmanuel Dennis was offside. Watford, of course, in 19th at the moment. They are 2 points behind Burnley. Arsenal now have a fantastic chance to go 4th. They are level on points with 5th place West Ham and 2 behind Manchester United in 4th. And of course, it's the Manchester derby later this afternoon. So what a great opportunity this is for Arsenal. And who'd have thought it after the games in August where they lost their opening 3, that this is where they'd be now. People thought this would be a very difficult season for Arteta. There was a lot of pressure on him early on. But they're putting together quite a season. No European competition, of course, for them this season. And people say, is that a help? Is it a hindrance ever? But They seem to be making the most of it. Just domestic football to focus on. They're out of the FA Cup, of course, as well. And now Bukayo Saka coming down the same wing again. He's got past Samir. Now he comes in field, and a cross comes in from Suarez, but this one just overhit. He was trying to find Xhaka out the back post, but this one from the Portuguese man, a bit overhit. Just having a look at the replay of the goal, and Odegaard's turn and pass back to Saka was fantastic. He had very little space to work in. Pavley and Dennis work well to put Arsenal under a little bit of pressure. Here comes Dennis again. And does he win a free kick? Yes, he does. He wins a free kick right on the edge of the area. It's right on the very corner of the area. He's still down. He was caught by the goal scorer, Odegaard. Oh yeah, he just accidentally stepped on the back of his heel. That's a painful one for Watford's top scorer. 9 Premier League goals this season. I mentioned Watford's shyness in front of goal. Without the goals of Dennis and Josh King and Ismail Assar, who of course is injured at the moment, they really would be struggling. They've only scored 25 in the Premier League, and those 3 men have accounted for 19 of those. So they really need a few more goals from other areas of the pitch if they're to try and stay up this season. They've got a chance here. It's going to be Hernandez who's going to whip this free kick in, and it comes out. He takes the shot, and it's well saved. Ramsdale saw that all the way and got himself behind it. Oh, he finds Saka excellently with the goal kick. Saka now cutting infield. He's about 25 yards out. Links up with Lacazette. Gets the ball in return, but can't bring it under control. And eventually, Ben Foster is able to gather. Let's see what Watford can do now. Dennis. Here it goes to João Pedro. Now Sissoko battling away. Sissoko into the area, battling with Tierney. Goes back out to Hernandez. Overlap, cross coming in now. And an excellent finish. Oh, what an excellent finish! Hernandez. Cucho Hernandez with a brilliant volley finish to put Watford level. Well, there you go. That's exactly what I was calling for from Watford's point of view. They need a few more goals from other players. And up steps Cucho Hernandez, returning to the side today, returning to the starting lineup with one of the finest volleys of the ball you'll ever see. Sissoko tangling with Tierney. He finds man, and then the ball comes in, and pretty much a bicycle kick finish by Hernandez. No chance for Ramsdale. He just found a little bit of space, about 12 yards from goal. And no Arsenal man close enough to him. He got up and with his right foot connected perfectly with the cross. Femenino again. In fact, it's the 2 players who returned to the side today. Kiko Femenia with his 5th assist of this season. And I could watch that goal over and over again. Hernandez with the bicycle kick. A low to Ramsdale's left. And after 11 minutes, it's Watford 1, Arsenal 1. Third goal under Roy Hodgson for Watford. They are in this game again. What a lively start we've had. Free kick to Arsenal. Imran Louza is adjudged to have fouled Martin Odegaard. And then he tried to get away and seemed to be fouled himself, but the referee, Craig Pawson, brought it back for the original foul. Craig Pawson, the referee, as I just mentioned. His assistants, Lee Betts and Richard West. Simon Hooper is the fourth official. VAR is Darren England, and his assistant over in Stockley Park is Eddie Smart. Smile wiped from Mikel Arteta's face, but his side have an opportunity here. Inside the Watford half, free kick, which Suarez and Saka are both over. It's wide on Arsenal's right-hand side. Suarez swings it to Lacazette, but it's headed. Oh, it's headed up in the air by a Watford player, and Ben Foster is able to scramble, and he was able to scramble and take the goal kick, and his goal kick just about finds its way all the way through to Aaron Ramsdale with Dennis in hot pursuit. Ramsdale bowls it out to Thomas Partey. He goes to Tierney. Now it's Ben White. Suarez now. Back into Partey. Linking up with Gabriel. It's a fairly youthful Arsenal side. Only two players have hit the 30 years old mark, Lacazette and Suarez. Everyone else in their 20s. Plenty of youthful flair and skill that's kept them moving on and up the table since their poor start. Watford to regroup now. Tom Cleverley links up with Craig Cathcart. Semenya back to the Northern Ireland international. Imran Louza comes back a few yards to collect the ball, and he links up with Samir. And eventually Ben Foster knocks the ball long, which is headed out by Ben White. And Watford have a throw about halfway. Cabaselli infield. João Pedro combining with Kamara. Watford come again. Femenia forward. To Hernandez, but it's cut out by Kieran Tierney and out for another throw-in, which Watford have already taken. Pedro again. He cannot keep this one in. Seeing a couple more replays of the Watford goal, and not surprised the editors want us to see that over and over again. Excellent finish. Now João Pedro. Dennis into the area. What can he do with it? He's got plenty of defenders around him. Xhaka's there. Dennis across, cut out by Gabriel. And now Arsenal break clear with Martinelli. He finds Saka. Saka in plenty of space again inside the Watford half now. Up against Kamara. He goes infield again. Martinelli cross field. Tierney tries to find Lacazette first time. But Craig Cathcart, experienced man, saw that one coming and cut it out. Here come Arsenal again. Ben White on the halfway line. Being able to just walk forward with the ball a few yards. Links up with his centre-back partner, Gabriel. Gabriel to Partey. Partey now in the middle. Forward ball to Lacazette. Lacazette finds Odegaard. Odegaard tries to work through space. Now Martinelli tries to shot the edge of the box. Blocks well, but Watford give it away again to Odegaard. Odegaard's pass out to the wing. Makes Tierney check his run. He has to go back to Suarez. Now Ben White. Ben White might unleash a shot, but no, he goes out wide to Saka. Now Cedric Suarez with the cross. A little bit deep, headed away. Lorcan Xhaka do this, laid off to Partey. Partey tries to find Bush the shot. Partey! Oh, just wise. The Ghanaian did well there, entered the area. He just worked some space away from the defender, got it onto his left foot, and with a curling shot from 20 yards, left Ben Foster stranded. Yeah, Foster didn't see that one till late, and it went just wide of Foster's right-hand post. A yard infield, and that would have been 2-1 Arsenal. Now here come Watford. Cucho Hernandez on the right wing. He's got support from Firmino. Now Sissoko. Trying to link up with Firmino again. Cut out by Tierney. Watford's attack is cut out, and they are back on the halfway line now with Samir. He gets the ball back from Craig Cathcart and goes across field to Kamara. Kamara tried to get away from Saka. Loser is forced back to Samir Caetano, the Brazilian. Watford having a good spell of possession here, keeping the ball on the floor, but not going too far forward with it. Cleverly now is looking for options. He goes long. Tries to find the goal scorer, Hernandez, but it's cut out by the Arsenal defence. And now Thomas Partey on the wing. He goes to Odegaard. Suarez now. We've had about 21 minutes of the game. Unfortunately, on my screen, I don't have the clock. On my feed, I don't have a clock. I didn't get any of the build-up, so I apologise for what was a bit of a rush start. And I can't believe that. I literally just said I had no clock, and one flashed up with 20 minutes gone. So at least I'm keeping time well. But I'm just getting a time for a few seconds at a go. So forgive me if I'm not giving you any, or at least too many accurate time updates, I should say. Yeah, it's really frustrating me, as you can probably tell. Anyway, just over 20 minutes gone is what I was hoping to give you in the first place. And Thomas Partey brings the ball over the halfway line, and he finds Saka. Saka with Suarez on the overlap. Cedric Suarez now. He's up against Kamara. Poor pass, and it's cut out by Sissoko. And eventually Watford win the throw deep inside their own half, which Hassan Kamara has hold of. Oh, and they've completely messed that one up. They did so well to quash the Arsenal attack. And Kamara throws the ball to Loser. Loser tries to pass the ball back to Kamara, gets it all wrong, and it goes straight out of play. Now Thomas Partey has the ball and a towel in his hands. So this one's going long, it looks like. What can Partey do with this? Seems to be wanting at least one short option. Here he comes now. It does go long into the area. It's come back out to him via Martin Odegaard and a Watford clearance. What can he do? He tries to cross Thomas Partey, and Watford do just manage to keep the ball in play. Good work there by Samir. As well as Sissoko, in fact. Watford do manage to clear their lines and bring the ball over the halfway line. It's Loser. Links up with Dennis, who is tackled by Suarez. Watford throw. Watford throw again, about 10 yards further forward after Saka intervenes. Watford, of course, on their third manager of the season. But that's nothing particularly special in this part of the world. They go wide to Femenia now. Femenia about 25 yards out of the wing. Sissoko in field. And Gabriel is adjudged to have fouled João Pedro. Bit of a soft one, I think, there. Did have hands on him, but definitely not a lot of strong contact. And João Pedro, with his back to goal, manages to draw the foul and win a free kick for his side. This one probably just about in shooting range. A couple of yards to the left of Ramsdale's goal as he looks at it. As I said, about 25 yards out, a little bit more maybe. And Dennis is over this one, as is Hernandez, scorer of the magnificent equaliser. He'll take another special strike on goal to beat Ramsdale from here. He's working his wall. He's got a 3-man wall. The rest of the Arsenal offside line is on the 18-yard box. It's Hernandez with the strike. And again, a bit of a tame effort from the free kick. That's the second one of those for today. Ramsdale saw it all the way. Comfortable save. Ramsdale goes short to Gabriel, who gave away the free kick in the first place. Gabriel goes long. Martinelli can't gather that one. But Tierney tries to help out, but again, he just gives it to Sissoko. Sissoko now coming forward very well. He goes out to Dennis. Dennis infield. Dennis with the shot, saved by Ramsdale. Oh, Pedro was there to knock it in, but Ramsdale just about manages to claw it away. And Arsenal survived. For now, at least. Here they come again. Another chance to cross the ball. Femenia now with the cross to Dennis. And Partey away. Odegaard in the middle of the park. Checks his run and waits for Suarez to help. Suarez over the halfway line. Forward to Saka. Bukayo Saka, and he finds Odegaard in space. Odegaard infield to Partey. Across to Tierney. Tierney with time. The Martinelli. Cross comes in. Martinelli again. Xhaka with the shot, and he gets the volley attempt all wrong. And it goes high and wide over Ben Foster's goal. Then a frantic period of the game comes to its natural conclusion. Just seeing that shot from Dennis again. It was a physics shot, which Ramsdale couldn't hold on to the first attempt. And he tried to grab it, and he just about manages to get it out of João Pedro's range before he followed up and smashed it into a pretty much empty net. So, not the most convincing effort there from Ramsdale, but he won't care as long as he gets the ball clear. Thomas Partey is on the ball now. He finds Kieran Tierney. Tierney still coming forward, up against Femenia. Can he get the cross in? Checks back. Oh, and he just about manages to find Partey. Partey with the shot, 25 yards out, goes wide. He had more time and space there than he did with the earlier effort, but the one on his left foot a few minutes ago, much stronger than this one on his right. Mikel Arteta applauding his team's effort at least. They're about at the 27-minute mark. I can't give you something more accurate than that right now. Watford 1, Arsenal 1 here on the commentary hub. Martinelli forced back to Ben White. Cedric Suarez, Thomas Partey link up. Now Martinelli has space on the wing. Number 35, the Brazilian. What can he do with it? Gets away from Femenia. Plays 1-2 with Kieran Tierney. Now, it goes infield to Tries to go in field, but it's well cut out by Hernandez. Now Hernandez over the halfway line. Finds Dennis. Dennis. Loser with a cross is cut away by Ben White. Out for a throw. Good attack there by Loser and Watford J-roll on the counter. And they soaked up the pressure well. Hit Arsenal on the break. Now here comes Hernandez. Hernandez, edge of the area. Can he find the cross? Dennis now. He tries. Blocked. And Lacazette just about gets it away, but Watford will come forward again. Kamara. João Pedro being hustled out. Firmino with the cross. Gets cleared away. And now a long-range effort by Sissoko. About 30, 35 yards out. So he had space. He just looked up and decided to leather one. And it goes harmlessly over the top of Ramsdale's goal. He had so much time to take the ball down, have a look up, set himself. And you can see clear as day what he was going to do. But no Arsenal player was going to try and charge it down. Arsenal coming forward again. Gabriel links up with White. Saka now. Saka with Suarez offering that overlap again, but he goes back in field to White. All the Arsenal players, bar the goalkeeper, camped inside the Watford half, but that's not what they want to do with it. But now it's one back by Saka. Saka into Lacazette. Saka now with a shot, and it's 2-1. That's 2-1. Bukayo Saka adds the goal to his earlier assist, and he has been the catalyst of this Arsenal game so far. Watford managed to win the ball back, but immediately Saka decided, no, I'm going to win that back, thank you very much. Gabriel's pass to Saka was cut out by Cleverley, but Cleverley was caught ball watching. And Saka came right in through the back of him, stole the ball. He just did not give Cleverley any time. Played a lovely 1-2 with Lacazette. Lacazette rolled it off. And from the edge of the area, the England international fires the ball into the top corner. Absolutely no chance for Foster, who in fact dived the wrong way. And that's goal number 8. Goal number 8 for Bukayo Saka in the Premier League this season. Add that to his 5 assists. 5th one, of course, earlier this afternoon. And you can see what a great season the young man is having. Watford 1, Arsenal 2 now. About 30 minutes played. Yeah, 30th minute, that Saka goal. Tom Cleverley managed to win the ball back. He collected the ball pass. He just looked up, wanting options. But that was far too long. Saka straight in to win the ball back. Excellent work off the ball. And he got his reward. Here come Arsenal again. And Tierney's cross into Lacazette results in a Lacazette not quite connecting with it perfectly. Couldn't get over the ball. And his header goes wide. So quite the entertaining afternoon we've had, at least in this opening 30 minutes of the game. Watford 1, Arsenal 2 here on the commentary hub. Arsenal on course again for that 4th straight Premier League win. Foster goes long, Dennis chasing, the Suarez will win the ball. Turns well and goes infield to Partey. Arsenal tidied that up very, very well. Gabriel able to come forward. Thomas Partey again controlling the middle of the park. Everything is going through him, and most of it then ending up in some way with Bukayo Saka. Martinelli and now Lacazette working well, and Lacazette goes out to Saka, and again Saka is running at Kamara, uses the overlap as far as this time, cross comes in, and Ben Foster just manages to beat Alexander Lacazette to that one. Watford looking for the quick response. Foster out to Sissoko, but Watford forced now to come back. And it's Foster again, 38-year-old who loves his cycling. On the ball again. Now here comes Ødegaard. Granit Xhaka. Thomas Partey. Saka being forced in field now. He finds Gabriel. Thomas Partey, 40 yards from goal, centre of the park, links up with Saka. Now Ødegaard goes to Lacazette. Lacazette on the wing this time. Will he use Suarez? He has to check back. Comes infield to Ødegaard. Ødegaard now uses Suarez. Cross comes in. Martinelli climbs, but is headed away. Partey tries to win it back, and in fact, I think the referee has given a foul against Martinelli for climbing on the back of the defender. And just having a look at the replay of the second Arsenal goal. Lovely back heel flick from Lacazette. He knew exactly where Saka was going to go. Saka met the ball perfectly. Great shots there from the edge of the area to the top corner. Plenty of blue and yellow around the ground. Plenty of blue and yellow armbands as well being worn in support, of course, of Ukraine. It's the yellow and black of Watford now coming forward. Sissoko goes wide. Collects the ball again. Now Hernandez. Hernandez tries to find Firmino on the wing, but Arsenal are expecting it. Cut it out, and they come forward again. Suarez into Ødegaard. Infield. Xhaka. Suarez thinks about finding Saka, but in the end comes back to Thomas Partey. Couple more passes, and the Portuguese fullback is on it, the ball again. Partey looking for a runner. Instead, goes to Ødegaard on the wing. Arsenal again, all the outfield players camped inside the Watford half. It was a similar slow build-up, which ended up with their second goal. Watford will be hoping to look a bit more alert if they cut this one out. And this time they do. Now Dennis. Immediately Gabriel seals it off him, and Arsenal coming again. Lacazette, fouled surely, yes. Free kick to Arsenal, committed by Imran Louza, the Moroccan who played 4 matches at AFCON for his native Morocco. Catches Lacazette. So a free kick to Arsenal, between 35 and 40 yards out, quite central. Xhaka is over this one. He goes short. Tierney looking for the better angle. He goes it to the wing. Martinelli, he's got space for the cross. In it comes now. He's well overhit that one. I think the one player that you can say has had the quieter game for Arsenal, particularly attacking in the attack, would be Martinelli. He's worked himself into a couple of nice spaces, but other than that, not too much to report. But I'm judging him against some really excellent performances in this opening half. So I think I'm being fairly unfair. Watford now trying to reply in the last few minutes before the break. Ben White heads an attempted through ball out of play. Kamara, he's not. It's again another one of those free kicks which he's kind of just not got right today. Kamara, Arsenal cut it out. Tom Cleverley tries to win the ball back, but it eventually finds its way to Thomas Partey. Thomas Partey finds Kieran Tierney, who's going to come over the halfway line. And what can he do with it now? He tries to go cross field to Saka, but Kamara was there. Odegaard tries to find Suarez. Not quite a difficult attempted pass goes wrong. And it's a Watford throw. Kamara is successful with a throw in. Watford go long, looking for Dennis, looking for Pedro. It is João Pedro now on the wing. Across comes Ben White. And absolutely hammers one out of play. And Tom Cleverley takes the throw. He goes back to Kamara. Now Watford being forced back now. Loser comes back into his own half, tries to get a bit of space away from Odegaard. Femenia now. Craig Cathcart. Samir Caetano, he's a January signing. Found himself space in this Premier League side fairly comfortably, but when Watford finally started to keep clean sheets, you can understand why. Brazilian centre-back. Seven years at Udinese he had before joining Watford. We're about 5 minutes away from the break, or at least from added time being announced. Thomas Partey finds Cedric Suarez. Watford players coming across. Cut out the space. Ben White now. Back to Partey. Partey tries to go across field, but his own teammate Xhaka gets in the way of that one. And in his attempted recovery, he fouls Cucho Hernandez. Partey tries to go across to Martinelli, but he just whacks it into his teammate's knees. Not too much Xhaka could do there, but in his attempt to atone for getting in the way, Xhaka commits a foul, and he's having words, as he usually does. Watford come forward now. Over the halfway line comes Kamara. Watford win a throw, taken by Cleverley. Loser back to the former Manchester United and Everton man. That's Villa and about half the Premier League teams. This time, here's through ball to João Pedro. Doesn't quite work out, so it goes out to play. And Arsenal will have a throw about 30 yards inside their own half. Cedric Suarez got the new Premier League ball in his hands. Back to a white ball now as we're into March. Martinelli now finds some space. What can he do with it? He's trying to find the right ball. He just goes short to Thomas Partey. Odegaard. Nice ball in field. What's the referee going to do about that? It's a good tackle that he says. Kamara, excellent challenge on Xhaka inside the area. That could have gone horribly wrong. But perfectly timed, according to the referee. And it's been checked. Craig Forson is giving it a thumbs up. Kamara back checking. It was Suarez, rather, who was coming into the area. And he was behind him. Yeah, he just manages to get a left boot on the ball, take it away from Suarez before he can get the cross in, and it's perfectly timed by Hassan Kamara. Ball back with Ben Foster. He's just allowing his players to regroup. He's trying to let them get as far up the field as possible. He knocks this one long, looking for Dennis. He manages to flick it on, the Nigerian, but it's gathered by Aaron Ramsdale. Suarez. Tierney now, I should say. Tierney to Partey. Back to the Scotland international. Ben White, what can he do with the ball now? He goes square to Suarez. Forward to Ødegaard. Saka. Partey again. Looking for a runner. Tries to find Saka. The Kamara is then with another well-timed challenge. Dennis can't bring the ball forward though for Watford. He's had it stolen off him by Ødegaard. Who finds Saka? Now Suarez. Gabriel in fields. Tierney. Martin Xhaka, I should say. Xhaka to Partey. Partey 25 yards out. Here comes Tierney with the shots. Martinelli with the shot as well. So I'm getting all my players confused right now. Gabriel Martinelli with the shot just inside the area is blocked, and it goes out for a corner to Arsenal. Well blocked by Craig Cathcart. Got his whole body behind that one. Got his positioning spot on. We should be expecting the fourth official to tell us the added time any moment now. Suarez and Ødegaard are over this corner. It's on the far side as I look at it. On Arsenal's left wing. Ødegaard links up with Suarez again. Cross comes in from Suarez to the back post. And Gabriel was there at the back post. It was a little bit too deep for him. And all he could do is header it behind for a Watford goal kick. 2 minutes has been signalled by Simon Hooper. So a minimum of 2 to be added on at the end of this fantastic, pulsating first half here at Vicarage Road. Watford trying to get themselves out of trouble. Arsenal trying to get themselves into the top 4. So much to play for. We've had a game to match the occasion. Watford 1, Arsenal 2. Arsenal in possession, but they're being kept in their own half by Watford. But now here they come forward. Lacazette, Ødegaard, just behind Suarez, but he's able to clear. I thought I was going to say he just managed to keep it in his stride, but having checked back slightly, then plays a poor pass. His worst touch of the day, I'm sure. He tried to find Saka on the wing, but just played it behind him, and out it went for a Watford throw. Watford switch wings, but they've lost the ball again now, and here comes Ødegaard in the middle of the park. Ødegaard tries to find Lacazette, but it's cut out by Cathcart. Sissoko. Now Louza. Louza works space and tries to find the run of Dennis, but Dennis had gone too soon, had stopped because he was offside. And Louza's ball goes to absolutely no one other than the Arsenal goalkeeper, Ramsdale. Final seconds of the first half. And in fact, there goes the halftime whistle. So we thought we'd seen one of the quickest goals in Premier League history by Emmanuel Dennis, but it wasn't to be. It was ruled out for offside, but that's just started the ball rolling on what was a really, really exciting first 45. Arsenal went in front through Martin Ødegaard, and a fantastic, really spectacular equaliser by Cucho Hernandez. Drew Watford level a few minutes later. And then, after half an hour, the very impressive Bukayo Saka linked up well with Alexander Lacazette and fired the ball past Ben Foster to put Arsenal 2-1 up. So half-time at Vicarage Road. Watford 1, Arsenal 2. I'm Anthony Thomas. Join me shortly for the second half. Welcome back to Vicarage Road, where it's Watford 1, Arsenal 2 after a pulsating first half in the Premier League. You're listening on the Commentary Hub. My name is Anthony Thomas. And let's see what the second 45 has in store for us. We are underway. Arsenal kicked off, going from right to left as I look at it. Watford tried to clear their lines, but nothing doing there. I had absolutely no build up to either half. I will just check that we did not have any changes. We've had no substitutions at halftime, so it's as we were. I'll run you through the current 11s in a moment. So Martin Odegaard put Arsenal ahead after 10 minutes. After 5 minutes, I should say. Cucho Hernandez equalised in the 11th minute, and Bukayo Saka put Arsenal back in front at the half-hour mark. As the ball... No, he just manages to keep it in play there, Hernandez. And now here come Watford. Who's going to win the race? This ball, Ramsdale beats Dennis to the ball, and he doesn't choose to put it out of play. Now Watford have a chance to shoot, but Ramsdale manages to backtrack. Sissoko nor Dennis fancied the long-range shot from wide on the wing. Ramsdale had plenty of time just to knock that one out of play. He tried to be clever with it. He took a touch, and he got caught out there by Sissoko, but he managed to scramble back before Watford took an opportunity to shoot. So Foster is in goal. Back for Watford of Femenia, Cathcart, Samir and Kamara. In midfield, Sissoko, Luza and Cleverley. Front three, Hernandez, Dennis, João Pedro. And it is the aforementioned João Pedro up against Ben White now on the Watford left wing. White manages to hold him off for now. Back in field come Watford. Tom Cleverley goes back now. Sissoko takes the ball in midfield. Dennis stumbles, loses out to Lacazette. And Arsenal now, who had plenty of men still behind the ball, can try and come forward now. Ball goes out to play as Suarez slips over. Ramsdale's in goal for Arsenal. Suarez, Cedric Suarez that is. Ben White, Gabriel and Kieran Tierney at the back. Here come Watford. And João Pedro doesn't manage quite to get the cross in. And Suarez puts it out of play again. Odegaard, Thomas Partey and Granit Xhaka in the midfield for Arsenal. Saka, Lacazette, Martinelli at the front three. Tom Cleverley with the cross now. Well caught by Ramsdale. Arsenal will go fourth if they hold on to victory here today. And it won't be for long if Manchester United pull off another good result against City in the derby later on this afternoon. But here comes Xhaka at least. Arsenal trying to do their job at least after West Ham lost to Liverpool yesterday. Kieran Tierney into Thomas Partey. Suarez. Here comes the cross looking for Lacazette. It's half cleared by Cathcart, and eventually the ball for Meni or Martinelli knock it straight to Ben Foster, who gathers. Foster out of his area, forced to knock very, very long. And now Gabriel's under a bit of pressure. And Dennis has got down. Hernandez has got down, I should say, clutching his face. Craig Pawson doesn't seem too interested, but he's going to have to stop play just in case there is a head injury here. Now, Ben White and Gabriel were backtracking. White gets headed the ball back to Ramsdale. And Hernandez was running through in an attempt to steal the ball for White. And I think White did maybe clip clip Hernandez with his elbow, but it was very much in the act of jumping. I don't think there was any intent there. I'm not even sure White knew exactly where Hernandez was. White is just sort of protesting his innocence and saying he had no idea where Hernandez was. Hernandez went down very theatrically. 5 minutes gone in this second half. Sissoko and Ramsdale are having words. Hernandez is still making an elbowing gesture to the referee. And Craig Pawson seems to be coming over to the near side. I don't think he's just in fact, he's ordering. I'm not really sure what he's doing. It was a throw. Watford tried to take a throw in. Then Craig Pawson tried to make them give it back to Ramsdale, which Watford did. But that wasn't good enough for Pawson either. So he stopped the play, and it's just for him to give Arsenal a drop ball, which Gabriel accepted. But Watford had already done the right thing, giving the ball back to Arsenal. So not really sure why we needed that drop ball. But then if it's in the laws of the game, it's in the laws of the game. So Craig Pawson's just got to do his job, no matter how maybe pedantic it looks at times. Better from Loser. He picks it, the ball, takes the ball away. Commentators curse there. My apologies, Imran Loser. He did well to take the ball off Martinelli and then played the ball out wide. And here comes Arsenal again. Martinelli with a shot. It's a third. Gabriel Martinelli puts Arsenal 3-1 in front of the travelling fans. After Loser played the ball out, Arsenal took the throw in very quickly, played the ball into Lacazette, and again, Lacazette was there to provide the offload to the on-running winger. And it's a very similar goal to the second. This time, rather than Saka, it's Gabriel Martinelli with his 5th Premier League goal this season to put Arsenal 3-1 up. Awful ball. It all came from that terrible attempted pass from Loser. Quickly taken, throwing Suarez into Odegaard, into Lacazette. Lacazette laid it off, edge of the box. There was Martinelli waiting. And this time went to Foster's right into the top left-hand corner as Martinelli was looking at it. Again, fantastic, intricate passing. Lovely, lovely play by Arsenal. Lacazette teed it up. He put it on a plate for Martinelli, who gobbled up the chance. And much like Odegaard, Martinelli had a real purple patch in December. He scored 3 of his 4 Premier League goals in December. And now he's managed to get his 5th of the season in this game. That's his first one since then. So when Odegaard scores, generally you could expect one from Martinelli as well. And we've had exactly that at Vicarage Road. We're underway again. It's Watford 1, Arsenal 3. Watford really need a response. João Pedro on the wing. Gets away from Odegaard to the byline. Still into the area. Has he won anything there? I mean, it's come out to Hernandez. Hernandez tries to put it in field. Can't even manage to win the corner. Keeps going, Hernandez, going right around the houses, back into the area. Doing it all on his own. Attempts the shot from 20 yards, well blocked. And now Watford fans are asking where was their penalty. They thought João Pedro had been fouled. He did very, very well to get into the area from wide out on the touchline. Came along the byline just into the area. It looked like he might have been clipped, but again, the referee Not interested, and it looks like we're not going to have any sort of check on it either. I'm just going to have a look at the replay now. Pedro beat Ødegaard. Then it was a swinging leg. A swinging leg from Suarez was beaten by Pedro, and then Ødegaard, just as João Pedro got into the area, he just managed to flick the ball away from him, but it was contact with the ball by the Norwegian, so no penalty to Watford. Imran Louza manages to keep the ball in play, but only to give it to Martinelli. Martinelli on his own touchline, and Tierney comes to his assistance, who knocks the ball well away as far as the halfway line. Watford trying to come again. The response has been good from the Hornets, but Watford fans would have been asking, where was this intensity when we were 2-1 down? But Arsenal are on the counter-attack now. Ødegaard out to Saka. Saka has a bit of space. Again, Suarez offering that overlap. But he finds Ødegaard. Ødegaard tries to go in field to Saka, but it ricochets off a Watford leg, away from Saka, and into the grateful gloves of Ben Foster. Now Watford come forward. Into the area. And a great physical effort from Hassan Kamara. Found himself in space inside the area. It was a fairly difficult angle, and he fired the shot over the top of Ramsdale's goal. He had to take it on quite early, the fullback. Maybe not the player that Watford wants in that position. This is ninth Premier League appearance of the season. Joining from Nice in January, another one of the January additions to the Watford defence. 4 million euros he cost from French side. Ramsdale being put under a little bit of pressure now. The pressure is told, and now here comes Dennis, and an effort from Cleverley. The chance presented himself. Emmanuel Dennis forced Ramsdale into a poor attempted clearance. The ball was cut out by Pedro rather. Then Dennis links up well with Cleverley, and the space opened up for him. And Tom Cleverley's goal scoring record is not the best. And maybe I'm not being fair to Ramsdale. It was a good save on his part, but you'd expect Cleverley to do a bit better with such a chance. Saka now. Saka trying to find room to cross. Digs it out. Cleared by Cathcart. João Pedro gets away from Ødegaard again. This time it's definitely going to be a free kick. And the first booking of the afternoon. Cedric Suarez with a flailing arm. And definitely caught João Pedro in the face that time. No real attempt to injure the player or anything like that, so definitely a yellow card. But Watford have wasted their free kick, and Lacazette now is up against Cathcart. He's got players for company. Lacazette tries to find space to shoot, links up with Ødegaard. Lacazette, he done so well. He done the hard parts. He linked up well with Ødegaard, who was running into the area, and he set up 2 goals similarly, where he laid off to the man at the edge of the box. This time he was the recipient of the setup from Ødegaard, but he completely slices the left foot shot half a mile wide of Foster's goal. So it remains Watford 1, Arsenal 3. 1 player in the book so far, Cedric Suarez, a minute to go. So he'll have to tread a fine line for the remaining 30-odd minutes of this game. Kiko Femenia. Shepherded out by Xhaka. And the ball goes out to play for a Watford throw. Taken by Femenia. Dennis. Dennis loses the ball to Ødegaard. And Arsenal look like they want to practice their counter-attacks for the rest of the afternoon. Saka Bukayo Saka up against Samir. Comes back to Thomas Partey. Granit Xhaka finds Lacazette. Now Martinelli inside the area. Overlap from Kieran Tierney. And it's cut out by Tom Cleverley. And out for a Arsenal throw. Watford are leaving themselves exposed as they try to chase the game. And Arsenal are very much enjoying these chances to run at them on the counter. Throw in to be taken by Kieran Tierney. He seems to be implying this one's going long. Five-time champion of Scotland with Celtic. Goes short in the end to Ødegaard. Now Ødegaard with the cross. And a volleyed attempt by Martinelli, by Granit Xhaka. In fact, I'll get the name right at the fourth attempt. It was Ben White who had the freedom of Watford to volley that one, but he doesn't get his angles right. And it almost went out for a throw-in. That's why centre-backs don't really take volleys from 8 yards or so out on a very regular basis. Arsenal in possession in their own half of the field. Ramsdale finds Thomas Partey. Tierney and Martinelli combine. And Gabriel works it back to his goalkeeper. Head-to-head record is very much in Arsenal's favour. They're going for their 20th win over Watford as it stands. Watford's 12 victories, just 2 draws between these two teams going back through the years. It is the 16th Premier League meeting. And Arsenal have maintained their record of scoring in every single one of those games. Now Tierney goes to Saka. Saka with Kamara for company. Tries to find Ødegaard, but they get their wires crossed a bit. And away come Watford. Femenia driving forward. Hernandez finds Hernandez again. He has space to find Dennis. Dennis just got the shoot from there. Dennis is blocked. Below, the Arsenal players managed to recover. For a moment, Hernandez looked like he'd been played through on goal by Femenia. Into the area he came. The ball just wouldn't sit for him, and he came infield to Dennis. And Ben White managed to recover and get a block on it. Saka is the target of Ramsdale's drop kick. Like Kamara and Cleverley combine. Watford have given the ball away, and here comes Ødegaard. Ødegaard driving at the heart of the Watford defence. He looks for Lacazette. No, those final balls of Arsenal just aren't coming together for the last few minutes. Now Sissoko comes forward, but he doesn't get his pass right either. Plenty of pace in the game. Plenty of harrying, hustling, but those final balls just aren't coming off for either team. Now we're going to have the first substitution of the afternoon. And the Watford fans are not particularly happy with the change. Imran Louza is off. And it's Ken Sema on to replace him. Ken Sema, the Swedish international, for his 14th Premier League appearance of the season. As it's the middle of the park. Substitution has killed the pace of the game for the last 2 minutes. And Sema immediately into the action, combining with Sissoko. Goes out to Femenia. Watford finding a bit of space now. Kamara. There's a rather hopeful ball forward to João Pedro. There was no way he was going to get that under control, and probably not the best effort there. Best idea, I should say, rather. I'm just seeing a replay of the third Arsenal goal, and it was, in fact, Mikel Arteta controlling the ball that got out of play and getting his team to work quickly that set it up. So the manager will be claiming the assist there on that one, I think. Good quick thinking by a player who was such a good professional in the Premier League for both Everton and Arsenal down the years. Played, of course, for Rangers as well. So we've just gone past the 65-minute mark. 25 plus stoppage time still to play. Granit Xhaka gets his pass to Thomas Partey a bit wrong, and it was almost cut out there by Emmanuel Dennis. Forces Arsenal to go long, and Ben Foster will collect well outside his own goal. He goes to Cathcart. Cathcart to Sissoko. And Sissoko's big courts out. Lovely through ball there by Odegaard, and Saka was running onto it. And Samir Keitaro just about managed to get it away for Watford before Saka could get it under his spell. Oh, here come Watford. In fact, just one correction to bring you. It wasn't Sema, the Swede, who came on for loser. It was in fact number 39, Edo Kayembe, for his 7th appearance of the season. Another one of the January signings from Eupen. He's been a regular in the side. He didn't play the game against Manchester United, but he's made a few appearances since joining back in January. So unfortunately, I was working without proper graphics, and I was let down by the information I was given there. So no, Ken Sema is not on the field. Edo Kayembe came on for Watford in replace of Imran Louza. Arsenal have forced a corner. I only remember them having one in the first half. So Suarez is over this one. Going to be an in-swinger with his right foot. Here it comes now. Doesn't beat the man at the near post, but it's only flicked on, and Craig Cathcart is forced to turn it out for another corner. It was Hernandez on the first post. He just managed to flick it on. It could have easily ended up at the feet of an Arsenal man, but luckily for him, it went to Cathcart, and he did the sensible thing, turning it behind. Another Arsenal corner then. Saka's over this one. White and Gabriel up from the back. In it comes. Half cleared. Chance to the edge of the area. Shot comes in. Oh, blasted forward by Suarez, but it was blocked, and it's come back to Saka. Saka now, Thomas Partey's in there. It goes to Ben White. Ben White tries to hook it forwards. I think he attempted a lob there over Ben Foster, but all he did was pat it back really with his foot into the grateful arms of the former England international goalkeeper. Eight England caps Ben Foster earned a few years ago now. And Ramsdale made his debut earlier this season for the Three Lions. So we've got a throw into Watford, a few yards from the Arsenal goal line. Taken to Cathcart. Now KMB. Arsenal clear their lines. But Watford come again. KMB again. Samir and Cathcart forced to combine. Arsenal now have a chance to work their way upfield, but Watford under a bit more pressure. Soko. Fantastic pass to Famedia. He goes across. Can he be finished? Oh, no! Ay, 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 ay. Emmanuel Dennis is just not going to fall for him today, I think. Excellent incisive ball by Musa Sissoko. He found Kiko Femenia, who looks to be just onside. And with his first time ball for Femenia, he went with a low cross. And Dennis was there with his right foot to turn it in. But he couldn't get a clean contact. It's fired up in the air, but here comes the corner now. And it's punched out by Aaron Ramsdale. So another opportunity for Watford. That was a dangerous ball. Sissoko was in there, as were the two Watford centre-backs. But Ramsdale just about managed to get a glove on it, punched it away. And in fact, must have ricocheted, and it's going to be a goal kick. But before the goal kick is taken, looks like we're going to have we're definitely going to have an Arsenal substitution. Nicola Pepe is coming on for Gabriel Martinelli. Craig Pawson is having a look at something, but in the end, whatever the check was, seems to be over, and Ramsdale finally does get to take the goal kick. So number 19, Nicola Pepe, the Ivorian, is on for Arsenal. A lot still made of his £72 million transfer a couple of years ago, and when you've got one Premier League appearance this season, people are always going to make questions. But Pepe now finds Lacazette. Lacazette tries to get away from Cathcart as he goes down inside the area. Craig Pawson says no again. Lacazette's still down. And away come Watford. Hernandez has his attempted pass blocked by Ødegaard, and now Saka is on the ball. Saka running at the Watford defence. Checks back. Finds Martinelli. Lacazette is back on his feet. He was down for a while after the challenge. He links up now with Partey. Suarez. The new man, Nicola Pepe. Suarez with the cross. Headed by Cathcart. He tries again to get it properly clear. Now Kamara and Watford play their way. Oh, I was going to say they're going to play their way out of trouble, but another poor pass. And Arsenal come again. In no hurry now, Arsenal. White, Partey, Ødegaard, Suarez, they're all just combining short passes inside the Watford half. Eventually they go back to Gabriel. White forwards. Pepe. Knocked out of play by Kamara. Fresh legs of Pepe now are going to cause Kamara some trouble. He had a lot of work to do against Saka in the first half. Now Saka's come over to the opposite wing. Pepe's gone onto the right wing. Tough day at the office, I think, for Kamara, but he's done some things very well. Some excellent tackles in the first half. Kieran City forced to go back to Ramsdale now. Goes short to Gabriel. Here come Watford. Kayembe. Fantastic ball in field. Dennis tries to find some space and he forces Suarez to turn the ball out of play. But it's not going to be a corner because Dennis was offside. Some good intricate passing from Watford to create the opportunity, but yet Dennis was this time about half a yard offside. Another good call by the officials. I don't want to put a curse on them, but they seem to have had a very good afternoon. Ramsdale's free kick is long, and Pepe is once again the target. I think he's going to be the target for the rest of the afternoon, setting up those Gunners' attacks. Ball works out of play, and Suarez takes a throw. Thomas Partey in field. Partey, the former Atletico Madrid man. Good pass forward, through ball to Ødegaard. He finds Lacazette. He goes to Xhaka. Xhaka out wide to Saka. Cross comes in. Ødegaard with a chance. No one can get a clear header on it. And again, eventually Kayembe brings the ball out of trouble for Watford. Play is really open up now. There seems to be acres of space for both teams when they come forward with the ball. Xhaka, again, not being challenged. Able to find Saka. Partey forward to Pepe. Pepe looks to be in behind. He seems to be beaten the offside trap. Kamara holds his ground and wins the ball back from Pepe. João Pedro. Back to Kamara now. Cut out. Nicely by Suarez. Here comes Ødegaard. Ødegaard, 35 yards from goal. Finds Saka in midfield. Xhaka. Granit Xhaka tries to nutmeg Femenia and to go past him, but Spaniard was equal to it. He plays Kayembe a little bit of a hospital pass, but he manages to hold his composure. And after a couple more passes, Kayembe now comes forward. Oh, I have absolutely no idea what Hernandez was attempting there. He was on the wing and just seemed to be expecting a runner on his overlap, but there was absolutely no Watford player within 20 yards of him. And it goes straight out of play. Hernandez's first start under Roy Hodgson started off brilliantly with the equalising goal, but now he's trying to stop his team going forward down. Pepe, edge of the area, Pepe, curling effort, and goes a few yards wide. Right-footed effort from Nicola Pepe coming in field. Tries to bend it around Hernandez, but couldn't quite get the kill on it. Now we're going to have another Arsenal substitution. Alexander Lacazette will be leaving the field. He remains at 3 Premier League goals for the season. He's taking the warm applause from the Arsenal fans. He's done very well with his assists today. He's got 2 of them for Arsenal's second and third goals. He's really made his contribution for the afternoon, the Frenchman. He's got plenty of words to say as he goes off. And it's going to be Eddie Nketiah, the man who seems to have been frozen out of the Arsenal team in the Premier League. He's only made 7 substitute appearances. This therefore is his 8th. He's had brilliant form in the Cups. He's scored 5 goals in the League Cup alone. But he's not had much of a look in the Premier League for Arsenal. But he's got a chance to show Mikel Arteta what he can do now. So, number 30, Eddie Nketiah, on in place of Alex Lacazette. Well, Watford now have an opportunity. And Dennis still can't link up with Kamara. Ben White again was there to launch the Arsenal recovery. I think without Dennis's goals this season, Watford would be dead and buried, but it's just not been his day today. Odegaard in space again. Now Nketiah with his first shot hits the post. And Nketiah, having taken up that wing position from Nicola Pepe, took a shot towards the near post. Ben Foster seems to be expecting something to his far post. Nketiah went near post, opened up the angle for him, right-footed for himself, right-footed shot. Strikes Foster's upright and cleared away by Watford. And eventually it's cleared out a play for a corner, which Bukayo Saka is over. Granit Xhaka on the edge of the area. Partey, Gabriel, White, Nketiah, Pepe all in the area. In it comes now. Doesn't beat the first man. Cleared away by João Pedro. Only as far as Martin Odegaard. Back to Saka. Let's see what we do with this opportunity. Uses Odegaard again. Back to Saka. Nice through ball. And it is cleared out for another corner. Saka seems to have taken a bit of a knock there, but dusts himself off, ready for this chance. We are roughly 10 minutes or so away from the end of the game. Still 3-1 to Arsenal. Saka with another corner. And again doesn't beat the near post. And again it's João Pedro there to clear it away. And Odegaard is there to pick up the pieces again for Arsenal. He's had a fantastic afternoon. Saka, nice pass infield to Partey. Lofted pass. And Arsenal just about managed to hold on to it. Gabriel, now Pepe. Pepe with the cross. And just about cleared by Samir. Ball stays in play. Saka down by the corner flag. Kamara a bit too close for Saka's comfort. And Kamara eventually forces the ball out of play. Arsenal taking the throw in. But this time, the ball to find Saka is overhit. And Kamara, who's had Saka running at him, then Pepe, then Nketiah. He manages to shepherd the ball out for a goal kick and then just takes a moment, hands on his knees, bent over, absolutely no energy left. He's really run his heart out today, the Ivorian, who's now got his international colleague up against him. First few signs of an emptying Vicarage Road. 1 or 2 seats now unoccupied. 1 or 2 people making their way down the stairs. No, they might miss a 4th Arsenal goal at this rate. Not that I don't think that will bother them too much if they're Watford fans. But no, Watford hold their lines and manage to win a free kick just inside their own half. Foul by Thomas Partey. Still just the one change for Watford. Only Kayembe has come on in place of Loser. Let's see what else Roy Hodgson has up his sleeve, but can't see anyone getting ready to come on. So cleverly, with the free kick on the halfway line, looking for Dennis. It's cleared by Xhaka. And now edge of the box, volley chance by Dennis. It's blocked well by White, and then cleared by Saka. Watford regather. Kayembe now on the halfway line. Cathcart right in the centre of the field. He finds Kayembe again. They're trying to find a better angle to work with, Watford. Now cleverly on the wing. He's in a better position to find a cross. Finds Kamara. Back to cleverly. Mara with the cross now. Looking for Hernandez. Hernandez does well, but Tierney is there to get his body in the way and make the clearance. Watford throw. Cathcart receives. A bit of a wasted pass there by Femenia. The chance for Watford has gone. It looks like they will be falling to another home defeat. They picked up a great point away at Old Trafford last time out. They had a really impressive 1-0 win at Aston Villa, but this will be a third. No, those two good results away from home will be sandwiched in between three disappointing home losses. 3-1 so far today, 4-1, of course, against Crystal Palace. But let's see what they can do. They have a chance now. It's to do with Kayembe, and he's scored. It's 3-2. Sissoko, in fact. Musa Sissoko, the former Tottenham player. Who would have enjoyed that one? 3-2, game on. Today is my day of commentary cursing, and it's Hernandez who was out on the right wing. Forward ball, 20-yard forward ball, well gathered by Sissoko, arriving into the box. He chested it down, took a couple of touches to beat Ben White, and then when the angle maybe was against him, managed to roll it underneath the advancing Aaron Ramsdale. It's Watford 2, Arsenal 3 now. The game is still alive. And now I can see a few Watford fans making their way back up the stairs, back to their seats. They're not going home just yet. 87 minutes on the clock. And Sissoko scored that one. And it's going to be a Watford free kick to be taken by Ben Foster. He goes long. Dennis the target. Just about manages to find him. And he finds João Pedro. But he's tackled by Saka. And the ball eventually goes out of play. And Suarez is going to take Arsenal throw. So just when this game looked to be dead and buried and Watford running out of ideas, Hernandez, who managed to score the equaliser for Watford in the first half, sets up he played it a perfect ball for Sissoko. And he's kept this one alive. And the Watford fans have found their voice again. There's plenty of time still on the clock. I'm not sure if we're going to have too much added on. There haven't really been too many stoppages. But that's not what the Watford were looking for. Free kick taken by Ben Foster inside their own half. But straight to Aaron Ramsdale. Ramsdale goes long, looking for Pepe. Couple of ricochets, and it's a Watford throw. But first of all, the substitution is going to be made. It's Samuel Kalu. Samuel Kalu, another Nigerian, another forward player. He's coming on in place of a midfielder, Tom Cleverley. So Cleverley off, Samuel Kalu on, number 28. Watford going long again. I think the referees brought the play back again. It's going to be another Watford free kick. But first, we're going to have another substitution. Arsenal killing a bit of time here. It's number 16, Rob Holding. So, Watford bring an attacker on for midfielder. Arsenal respond by bringing a defender on for midfielder. So it's number 16, Rob Holding, on in place of the very impressive Martin Ødegaard. Ødegaard trudges off, taking as much time as he possibly can. On comes the defender Holding. And there's going to be 5 minutes added on. 5 minutes. Lots of time for Watford to get that equaliser. And again, Foster has gone too long with the free kick. Much to the frustration of his teammates and much to the frustration of himself. He looks very angry. He's definitely having a word with himself now. As another free kick goes straight to Aaron Ramsdale, who will happily gather those all day long. Talking of long, it's a long drop kick taken by Ramsdale, and Watford almost play themselves into trouble. It's back now with Foster, and he just about manages to find a teammate when under a lot of pressure from Eddie Nketiah. We've got about 4 of the initial 5 still to play. Holding knocks the ball high into the air. Watford cannot just find a way out of trouble, and they've got themselves a free kick, but it's right down by their own corner flag. Now we've got another stoppage. This time Cedric Suarez is down, as if he's got cramp. I'm not too sure if he really has. Craig Pawson is just checking. Xhaka is attending to the apparent cramp of Cedric Suarez. Suarez back on his feet. And Watford preparing to take this throw-in, which they take to Foster. Foster goes straight back to Kamara. He goes long, but he can't pick out a teammate. He's only found Granit Xhaka. And Arsenal coming forward again. They're going to try and take as much time off the clock here as Xhaka heads towards the corner flag. But it's well cut out that time by Watford. And they've won themselves a free kick inside their own half. It's a yellow card for Eddie Nketiah. Watford are becoming increasingly frustrated here. Craig Pawson bringing them back again for another free kick, which they hope to take quickly, but Craig Pawson hadn't quite finished writing down Nketiah's name. This time, Foster goes a bit shorter with the goal kick, and Cathcart is in possession. Now Hernandez. Hernandez goes cross-field to Kayembe. Kayembe on the halfway line, looking for a teammate. Hernandez is there. Infield to Sissoko. Sissoko back inside. Great shot. It's well held. It was the new man, Kalu, who received the ball from Sissoko. And his rasping shot from about 25 yards needed to be held by Ramsdale. And just palmed it down into his own possession there. Now the goal kick eventually taken by Ramsdale. Nicola Pepe can't bring the ball under his control, and it goes out for a Watford throw. Kayembe finds Hernandez, I should say, Kamara. Now the ball forward to Dennis, but it's just overhit, and Ramsdale watches it all the way before diving on it. Take as much time off the clock as he possibly can. Only a couple of minutes of the 5 remaining. Now and ever for Watford. They gave themselves a chance of the comeback. with a well-taken goal by Sissoko. Kalu's in there. Kamara's in there. Cleared away by Partey. Anywhere will do for him. Foster goes long. Hernandez. Oh, Dennis nearly stole it off. Nearly stole it off Gabriel. And Gabriel's clearance deflects off Dennis, and it's a throw in to Arsenal. This time right down by their own corner flag. I didn't quite see what happened there. The camera wasn't on it. A bit of an incident down in the corner flag. The referee has got the card out of his pocket. It's Cucho Hernandez who was booked. I'm just going to see the... he basically tried to give the ball to Kieran Tierney, and Tierney went down as if he'd been shot. Yellow card, though, to Hernandez. And eventually now the throw-in comes in from Tierney. He finds Nketiah. Sissoko battling away with Gabriel. Gabriel clears. Out of play. But no throw-in. It's going to be a free kick to Arsenal. They have a chance now to dispel the danger. Gabriel is down now as the referee gave the free kick for a late challenge on Gabriel by Sissoko. And now a mass exodus from the Vicarage Road faithful. Watford decided to just knock the ball long when they had 5 or so minutes to play with. I think they had more than enough time to try and launch a more neater, intricate attack. But they just decided to go route one. It didn't really amount to anything at all. Bit of a wasted opportunity there for the Hornets after they'd found themselves back in the game. And that's it. Mikel Arteta punches the air. His Arsenal side have recorded a 4th straight Premier League win. They were made to work for it in the end, but the defence stood firm after Watford had given themselves a glimmer of hope through Moses Sissoko. But in the end, it was Gabriel Martinelli's goal early in the second half which proved to be the winner. Ødegaard and Saka as well in the first half for Arsenal had seen them lead after Hernandez had equalised for Watford in spectacular fashion. But 3-2 to Arsenal is how it finishes. They go into 4th in the Premier League, at least for a couple of hours or so. They put Manchester United under a little bit more pressure now before the derby with City. A really fantastic afternoon of football at Vicarage Road. Watford still in trouble. They need to improve that home form if they're going to be staying up this season. But it's finished in Watford. It's finished Watford 2, Arsenal 3. My name is Anthony Tobas. You joined me on the Commentary Hub. Thank you and goodbye.